Art of conversation. As we live in this world, we always talk to other people. So, how can we speak well and lead a happy life? First, if we want to have a good conversation, we must listen to the other person. In India, people say acha-cha, ach-cha, ach-cha when talking to each other. It means I am listening to you, so what you say is right. In other words, when we have a conversation, it is important to respond by nodding your head to indicate the agreement with what the other person is saying. The basis of conversation is listen to what the other person says without judging it. Second, when we have a conversation, we should not try to win over the other person. When we have a normal conversation, we always try to win by persuading the other person. But can we persuade the other person? Usually, we cannot persuade our children or our wives at home. Therefore, we cannot persuade others. So, it is better not to talk about religion, politics, and ideology. For example, when we meet the friends or relatives, we feel embarrassed when the other person talk about the results of the election because we don't know what region the other person is from or whether they're a feminist or a chauvinist. So, when you talk about such a sensitive topic, arguments are bound to happen. This is because people usually do not change their consciousness and attitudes no matter how much you talk about them. In the New Testament, when Jesus was resurrected, people's attitudes or consciousness toward him did not change, except for his 12 disciples. There are so many people in our lives that we have to ignore. Out of 10 people we meet, we can be happy if we get along well with only 3. So, there is no need to give our heart to 7 people who are not compatible with us. Third, if we want to communicate well, we must learn how to lose in conversation. We cannot continue to be first in life. If we try to win at anything, we'll be broken like a dry tree. Our society cannot compromise because we have not learned how to lose from a young age. The conversation doesn't work because we don't make concession in the conversation. Fourth, when we have a conversation, we should not judge it by listening to only one side. For example, when another couple argues, we should listen to both sides of the story. It is difficult to judge it right or wrong if we only hear one side of the story from the wife or the husband. Fifth, we must end the conversation well. As we live, there are times when differences arise between friends. Even if you are close friends, there are times when you have to go to court and be judged by a judge due to property issues. After the verdict is passed, you should part ways and congratulate each other for each person's respective future. We must speak words that save lives and become people who sow seed that bear good fruit.